It's all about having the right equipment. I think I can shoot a spearfishing video from the boat. Rhodan trolling motor. I'm out here on this patch reef. Buddies are spearfishing, having a great time. Got the Rhodan trolling motor going. This is a 84-inch trolling motor, three battery system, 36 volt, GPS. It's really done great. Done great. The Minn Kota alternator charger lets the alternator from the engines keep it charged, so I don't have to worry about constantly. I don't have to constantly worry about it, keep topping them off every time I go back to the house. You run so much in an offshore boat that the alternators from the motors will keep them topped off. So these batteries have never seen a deep cycle. You know, they don't have to get deep cycled like a lot of 12 motors batteries do, which is going to make them last about 5 times longer, just because of that Minn Kota alternator charger. I'll put a link in the description. It's pretty cheap. It's like $150, $200 or something. So I put it in auto mode, like hit the little A right here, kind of lock it, so the GPS says, okay, this is the spot, and then I'm just walking it around to them. So I press this air key up, it's just forward. So whatever way the boat's facing is forward, and so up, it's just taking me closer to them, 5 feet increments. So I just tap it, tap it, tap it. They're like 50 foot up there, so I'm just kind of just following them around. I don't want to get too close to them because I don't want them to end up swimming into it. But I want to be close enough to where they shoot a fish. I can get to them pretty quick. And I got 2 divers here, and I got another guy about just a little bit too far that way. So yeah, this thing's great. It's got a manual mode. You can put tracks. You can save tracks in it. You know, you can really go to college to learn about everything that this thing does. I don't have the time. I just use the A. But you can put tracks in, and then it remembers the tracks, and you can store up to however many tracks, and then whenever you're close to it, you can hit T, and it'll just follow that track. You can actually create tracks while it's in the stored position, like with the motors. So if you were like running along a shoreline, you could hit track, and it would remember that track, and then you could go back to the starting point and hit it again, and the trolling motor would take you there. But you'd have to read the instructions and do all that stuff. I've never done it. This is the main reason I use it. It's a GPS anchor for me, not a trolling motor. I don't bank fish, so I'm coming out here over a reef, over a patch reef, over an offshore reef, over an offshore deep drop spot or something, and locking on, because I don't have enough anchor rope to anchor in 600 foot of water or 200 foot of water, and dealing with all that's just a pain. And so far, this thing's done pretty good. You know, if it's high winds, 3 to 5 foot seas and some winds, it's not going to hold you in position. Like on a day like today, it's pretty windy, like probably 12, 13 knot winds, and but the tide's going the other way, so it's not having to work that hard. It'll go about 2 or 3 knots on this 31 foot Twin Vee. That's about as fast as you're going to go with it. And the little green lights will tell you when your battery is starting to get low. But your house batteries are always topped off, and this Minn Kota is going to send anything extra to this motor after your house batteries top off. In other words, if your alternator is just trying to catch your house batteries up for whatever reason, because you had your live well on all night. Say you left your live well on all night, so you wanted to keep your bait live, which is pretty dumb, because I do it all the time because I don't have a big trap that I need to get, you know. But anyways, I run my house batteries down, so those will top off before it sends your alternator juice up here to these 3 bank batteries. So you don't have to worry about, what about my house batteries, my cranking batteries, your most important batteries? Yeah, it's going to take care of those first and prioritizes those, and then sends anything extra past 13.6 volts to this guy up here. Really easy to install. I'll do a how-to and review on the installation on that on a separate video, but I'm not gonna start just yammering about that. Anyways, this is a little plug. It screws into place. I hose that down with that Corrosion X HD stuff. I'll drop a link to that in the description as well. That stuff's great to have on a boat for all your electronics because this salt gets on everything. And so I'll hose that with that connection every time I separate it. Anytime I'm offshore, it's plugged in. That way that salt water's not washed up in there. You want to make sure all your connections that are exposed to the salt water are heat shrink, probably double heat shrink. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about it while I was sitting here killing time chasing these guys. I'm kind of moving over that direction now. Let's gotta go that way. Killing some beautiful fish on the reef today. I'll have to show you guys the fish we caught in the map that I'm using. I'm using Strikeline charts. Their 3D map down here is amazing. Take y'all around there and show you all the fish we caught. I'll tell you what, I'll just drop a picture. I took a picture of Bobby with it, so I'll just drop a picture. I'll drop a picture of that fish right here. And I'll grab a shot of this. Tell you what, I'll take you over there to see the Strikeline charts real quick. See how pretty that stuff is. Well, where do you guys kill all these fish at? Well, look, I ain't telling you, but the secret is out right here. Because this is Strikeline charts, and as you can see, it paints a clear picture of where you need to fish. See all this relief here, all this rocky relief, these big shadows and these humps and stuff. That's a dead giveaway, okay? It's coming up high. It's about 15 foot deep right here, so it's a great spot to learn how to spearfish. Great spot to let everybody get comfortable in the water. You know, these guys have never even swam in the open ocean before, much less spearfished. So taking somebody out for the first time to go on an open ocean water swim and giving them a spear and telling them there's gonna be sharks kind of gets everybody out of their element. But that's the whole point of these trips. Heard somebody grunting in their snorkel. That's the snorkel grunt is the call sign for I see a fish, come see. So he's grunting. He's grunting over there. Big shark! Big shark! Big shark! It's way over there. You're fine. Brett, watch that trolling motor. How'd you see the shark? I think Grant saw it over there. Watch that shark's out here. Watch that trolling motor. It's coming to you. You gotta watch it 5 different directions down here at all times. You gotta watch the boats coming past. Somebody gets run over. You gotta watch all your guests. Make sure they're not in trouble. You gotta watch your potatoes you're cooking. Look kind of soggy. They've been in ice chests for a couple days. But that's new news. potatoes. What you really want from Nunu's is the boudin. Call them up, they'll probably ship it to you. Buy you a bunch of the boudin from Nunu's and get you some of the that chicken patties. They make this chicken patty at Nunu's. I'm telling you, you won't want to eat anything else ever again. It's so good. And they need to start freezing it and shipping it to people. That's where they need to go. They need to move to the internet with that chicken patty. That's incredible. And I've never had it anywhere else in the country. Nunu's, Youngsville, Louisiana. It's like less than a half mile from my house. I ride my one wheel every day there. I don't have to have any groceries in my house. I don't even need a fridge in my house. I just gotta go to the grocery store in my neighborhood. Just kidding, I do have a fridge. It'd be weird. What kind of shark? What kind of shark was it?
I don't know, but it was bigger than I was. By a lot.
Bull shark?
It swam right up to me.
You got on video? A lot cooler if you did, man.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Did you get that?
I saw a huge black too.
Really?
Yeah, but it swam into this huge coral head. I could never see him again.
Dude, they're like ninjas, those blacks, dude. Bringing these guys down here and they're putting their first time in the water, those black grouper. They're so incredibly difficult to kill, especially in shallow water because they're smart.
You should probably move.
Okay. Hey, Grant. Hey, Grant. Hop in. We'll go to a different spot. Big bull shark in the area. We're chumming the water. We always chum when we spearfish because you see twice as much. You see sharks. And, you know, accidents with sharks are so rare. But there's so much stigma around them. What was I going to say, though? Back those black group. Oh, yeah, those black grouper. Killing those black grouper. I'm in this frame. Killing this black grouper. So difficult because they're camouflaged, first of all, so they're incredibly difficult to see. Chances are, if it's your first time doing it, you're fighting a lot of snorkel fat, fog and stuff. I did a video on how to keep your snorkel from fogging up with a lighter. You can check that out. Helps out a lot, but you're still going to have a little bit. What I do is I leave a little bit of water at the bottom of my snorkel. And so when I did my head straight down, it just kind of washes it, and it'll help you, when you're down there. I just leave a little line of it. Not only that, but it keeps your nose, that air from your nose, to just heat up that mask to where it wants to fog up. That little bit of water that I keep in my mask, it just blocks my nose passage from letting air leak into the mask. So I'll just let a little bit of, if I'm starting to have trouble, so sometimes the mask won't fog at all, but sometimes you can fight it. But I'll just leave a little bit of water, that way it stops that air from coming out, and it actually cools down inside the mask. And then you can rinse the fog off by dipping your head. Just like they teach you how to clear your mask, and it's cool. But killing those blacks is difficult because you're probably fighting your mask if it's your first time or you're new to it.
Here you go.
And then they're quick. They're gonna hide in the biggest rock on the patch, up inside of where you can't hardly see them. You need a flashlight, and you need to be prepared to get your head all the way inside the rock to shoot them. And some people just aren't comfortable doing that. And sometimes you don't need to stick your head in there because there's a big, sea urchin in there, spiny and crazy looking. But they're everywhere out here, man. I've seen more down here in the last 5 days than I've seen down here in the last 10 years, to be honest with you, because I guess this COVID thing has got so many people staying home that the reef's catching a break, and it's a good thing.
Something spooked Grant. He's right here. I know. I said something spooked him.
Yeah, he saw a big shark, he said. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be big sharks around.
I saw a huge black that walked up.
All right, guys.
Head over there.
Yep.
You waterboarded me, man.
The mahi bob. Today's a little blown, so we're chilling on the reef. Strikelines 3D map putting us on the fish. Man, that's a clean map, guys. Let me show you this map. Clean map. Follow this structure. See all this relief here? I don't even have this spot marked, do I? But I don't need it marked. Because Strikelines did all the hard work for us. They showed us where it's at. What happened to it, V? You got off? Would you look at that gorgeousness right there? That's that rock. That's that rock. Go get that fish and show them to him. What? Look at that grouper. Mahi Bobby. Good job, dude. Nice fish. There you are. Hey, look. I don't have a glove on. Strikelines already did all the hard work. Check them out. Strikelines 3D maps. Man, it's incredible bottom mapping. You zoom in, you look for that relief. It's really easy to see. It jumps out at you. Guys, there's patch reefs everywhere down here. It's all about the equipment you use. You can plug that Strikelines into any low ranch, any Simrad, any unit, and you can and you come find these spots in any boat. You don't need a bunch of waypoints. You just need to get Strikelines. You don't even need to know what you're doing. You just come out here and get in the water. Look at that. What is that? Look like another hogfish to me. John got number 2 already?
Got a hog.
Got 2 hogs.
Yeah.
What's John got?
Hogfish.
2 hogfish. Grant's got a hogfish. Right on, brother.
Damn.
Right on, man.
Take a picture of that.
What? Gorgeous. That's a nice one.
Wow, that's a nice one. Look how beautiful it looks. That's gorgeous. Can't wait to try this tropical punch.
My dog. Making love to the camera, boy. You can't stop that drama.
John.
Whoa!